Vancouver, Washington is a city with culture revolving around nature, nice suburbs, restaurants, and cool coffee shops. But just traveling downtown, there is a giant culture shift characterized by homelessness and poverty. It's a culture shock within its own home city. People living here have a hard time affording and budgeting for simple things like groceries, school supplies for their kids, and even washing their clothes. Having clean clothes is a bigger issue than one would expect. Along with having mental illness and physical disabilities, unwashed clothes is a major reason people struggling in poverty cannot get a job. Let's break this down. You walk into a job interview, ready, but your clothes haven't been washed in a few weeks. But hey, all your money needs to go towards bills and food. You didn't have enough in the budget to do your laundry. That's why you are getting a job. You do your interview, you're fully qualified, but the thing the interviewer sees is your unwashed clothes, which to them says you're unprofessional, a slob, and not taking the job seriously. Clothes don't define who you are, but in the workforce it does. This is a very real problem people in poverty face, but Jason and Amy Snyder saw this problem, took action, and started Laundry Love.
Laundry Love actually started about 20 years ago with a good friend of mine and a college roommate named Greg Ressinger, and him and a bunch of people were working with the homeless community down in Ventura, California. And he had a homeless friend named T-Bone that one day he was talking to and just asked the very simple question, hey, what can we do to really impact the homeless community with a tangible ongoing basis? And T-Bone replied, if we just had clean clothes, then people would look at me differently. And that really struck a chord with Greg, and he's a very creative type, and he came up with this idea of Laundry Love, and talked to a laundromat owner in Ventura there and said, hey, can we take over your laundromat for a couple hours 2 times a week, which ended up being every single week, and just do laundry for people who need it. And laundromat owner said yes, and they started doing that and continued to do it weekly for I think 7 or 8 years before he ended up moving up to Portland again, and they continued it in Ventura during that time. And during that time he kind of outsourced this idea of Laundry Love, and now there's like I think over 300 chapters of Laundry Love all across the nation and in other nations as well. It's really exploded.
Yeah, well, fast forward till about 2010, and Jason has this idea. He just thought, well, why not buy a laundromat and have an impact in people's lives that go far beyond just the once a month or twice a month you can get there, and we can be open and available to people all the time. So he brings me one day to show up at this laundromat in downtown Vancouver, and it was a really sore sight at the time. I saw this place and he says, this is what we're gonna buy. And it was a laundromat that was completely destroyed. But he had this vision, and this vision was, let's remodel this and let's do Laundry Love every single week. But also in addition to it, it's a business. And so it's exactly what he did. We bought it in 2010 and got in a bunch of volunteers. We had people donating money to remodel the whole place. And eventually later that year we launched our first free wash and dry, and that was just one time a month just to get started. And it started with probably about 10 families showing up. But it wasn't long before we had 20 and then 30, and then started seeing it grow, and it answered a need in the community. And so now we've been doing this for 9 years. We have every single Thursday night is a free wash and dry night, and we just open up all the machines, take all the quarters back out that we recycled from the business itself, and then give back by doing their laundry. And the biggest and most impactful thing, I think you would agree, isn't just the fact that we're able to offer something free, but that we have these teams in place that are offering friendship, and it's real.